Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Hello. My name is Mubarak Ibrahim, the Director of the IT Department with the Ministry of Health and Prevention. Today, we are pleased to welcome you here to announce Tatmeen, the National Serialization and Digital Track and Trace platform for pharmaceutical products in the UAE. This is in line with the UAE Vision 2071, supported by the nation's leadership. We work towards a future-focused government and improved and healthier quality of life for all. This would not have been possible without the vision, the direction, the support of His Excellency Abdurrahman Al-Awais, Minister of Health and Prevention. It was his leadership that has truly given us the inspiration and drive to bring such initiative to life. This initiative is essential for healthcare sector in the UAE, and we have been working hard to set the right foundation. I am personally pleased that the day has come to launch this product and engaged with the UAE pharma supply chain participant. We have an exciting agenda with the speakers from primary stakeholders at DHA, DOH, who are joining us in the webinar to discuss the landmark initiatives. Without much ado, let us begin with a key message from His Excellency Dr. Amin Al-Amiri, the Assistant Undersecretary of Public Health Policy and Licensing within the Ministry of Health and Prevention.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. My name is Dr. Amin Al-Amiri. I work for Ministry of Health as Assistant Undersecretary for Public Health Policy and Licensing. I'm so proud that my beautiful country, the United Arab Emirates, is one of the leading countries in fighting against the counterfeit medicine. We started since more than 10 years to fight against the counterfeit medicine, and that was through the proper management with the United Nations, the World Health Organization, Food Drug Administration in the state, EMA in Europe, and also the rest of the countries, the Gulf state countries, and also the countries in the region. We organize huge number of conferences, training programs, and many procedures to make sure that the medicines which it comes to the UAE and from UAE to rest of the countries in the world are safe. Today we are announcing about Tatmeen. Tatmeen is one of the programs which is managed by the GS1. This is the leading program that it will enhance the safety of the drugs, medicines in general, the food supplements with medical claim, medical equipments, and instruments, that they are safe and to be well handled by the community in United Arab Emirates. Not only the community of the UAE, but also the rest of the countries, because UAE is a leading country in terms of having the most international pharma companies. They have their logistic hub here, they have their scientific offices, and they do support 41 countries from Dubai itself. I'm so proud to say that. But also I'm saying that Tatmeen is the program will enhance the control and traceability of each single pack which it will leave the plant, which is the factories, wherever will be in the world, until it will reach to the patient, from the factory to the hand of the patient, which it means the whole complete chain will be controlled. The whole complete cold chain will be controlled, that to do a proper traceability for the pack, for the batch number, for the production, for the name of the drug, the dosage, all the details. Despite that, the temperature control, that it will be well controlled by the program called Tatmeen. We are so proud as United Arab Emirates that we are pioneer, we are a leading country, that we are having this program implemented in the UAE to provide our community and the rest of the communities the safest drug possible, and to make sure that we will be able to do proper traceability and to fight against the counterfeit medicine. We are so happy once again to announce about this program, and we look forward to the feedback of the community once the program is being well implemented at the level of the UAE. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Amin Al-Amiri, for sharing your thoughts and inspiration. Your vision, dedication, and consistent efforts to enhance medicine safety helps promote the safety entry of medication in the UAE and its distribution to the rest of the region. Our next speaker is His Excellency Dr. Jamal Al-Kaabi, the Undersecretary of the Department of Health of Abu Dhabi, will share his views about this project.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Dr. Jamal Al-Kaabi, Undersecretary of Department of Health Abu Dhabi. Providing world-class healthcare services to all our members of the community has always been a fundamental pillar of all our efforts and a priority in our healthcare system. This reflects our commitment to ensuring the availability, easy accessibility, and sustainability of a deep combination of innovative and high-quality medicines that are both locally produced and imported. The Department of Health Abu Dhabi will work unison with concerned partners to support the serialization of pharmaceutical drugs and medicines. We believe that serialization of pharmaceutical products is a cornerstone that enables us to continue to put the patient at the center of everything we do by ensuring the security of the medicine supply chain and improving the speed, accuracy, and visibility of drug dispensation in Abu Dhabi's healthcare sector ecosystem. Currently, the UAE is moving toward track and trace technologies to help follow the journey of pharmaceuticals from manufacturing to dispensation. This aims to further improve and elevate the UAE pharmaceutical field and take it to new heights by using the latest the industry has to offer. The Tatmeen system is an ideal solution that allows us to establish a more integrated and well-informed and meet the needs of the healthcare industry in the Emirates. Thank you for joining us today. We look forward for your support on this great initiative.
Thank you, Your Excellency, Dr. Jamal Al-Kaabi, for your inspiring words. It's reassuring to know about Abu Dhabi's efforts in ensuring easier and better access to healthcare for everyone. Now, let us invite Dr. Ali AlSayed, the Director of Pharmacy Department at the DHA, to share a few words on this initiative.
Hello everyone, I am Dr. Ali AlSayed, Director of Pharmacy Department at Dubai Health Authority. To begin, I would like to reiterate DHA's mission, which is transforming UAE into a world-class healthcare destination. We work through a coordinated set of services tailored to the needs, safety, and the preferences of our patients, their families, and caregivers. To maintain the highest standard of care, DHA is embracing this nationally important, innovative approach to clinical care. This is a fundamental part of our core function. Tatmeen will ensure that medications entering hospitals are serialized and can be traced and monitored throughout its journey from the manufacture all the way to the consumption. All pharmaceutical drugs, medical equipments, and healthcare supplies entering our borders will be verified, authenticated, and confirmed safe. The serialized medication can help automate pharmacy operations within the hospitals and give patients confidence that the medications they are taking are verified, authentic from the source. We are joining hands with Ministry of Health and Prevention on this national initiative. Tatmeen is an important step towards the integration of the national healthcare industry, enabling us to receive real-time information and accurate reporting of all medicines movement. This initiative is a true milestone, not only for the local healthcare sector, but also for the UAE's technology industry. It serves as a proof of the UAE's leadership and commitment to develop advanced solutions capable of transforming patient care. Your participation and collaboration in making this vision a reality is greatly appreciated. We encourage all of you and all of our stakeholders and all of our pharmaceutical companies to be part of this initiative, hand to hand. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ali AlSayed. We appreciate your support and commitment. It's an excellent opportunity to learn more from you about the DHA's mission. We truly appreciate your commitment and ensuring patients and drug safety. Now, let us hear from Mr. Jihad Tayyara, the CEO of Eotech. Eotech is our strategic technology partner and has been pioneering in several digital transformation projects in the UAE and in the region.
Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone, and thank you all for joining the Tatmeen Project Industry Webinar. My name is Jihad Tayyara. I am the CEO of Eotech, a digital transformation company based in the UAE that has successfully delivered large-scale transformation projects for governments. I am very proud to be here with you today and look forward to tell you all about our role in the Tatmeen project. Tatmeen is an iconic initiative launched by the Ministry of Health and entrusted to us to deliver. We are building it on our Smart Track platform that utilizes the advanced track and trace for pharma solution from SAP. We are very excited to deliver this technology that will help save lives. What we are embarking on is a unique solution to the issues of pharmaceutical supply chain. We will track the medicine from manufacturing to consumption by patients using 2D matrix barcode. This will allow us to stop counterfeits, reduce gray market, monitor expiration dates, allow recalls, and address supply chain shortages. This is a nationwide effort led by the Ministry of Health. However, this initiative will only succeed when we all collaborate. And when I say all, I mean all of you on this call. DHA, DOH, Sharjah Healthcare Authority, the pharmas, the distributors, the pharmacies, even the patients at home. We're counting on all of you in this meeting today, and we thank you all for attending this launch.
Thank you, Mr. Tayyara, for taking us through this innovative platform. We highly appreciate your enthusiasm in building this platform, which brings enhanced safety and welfare to the community. At this point, Mr. Sultan Lewis, the Director of a Special Project at Eotech, will share more details about the project.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sultan Lewis, Managing Director of Special Projects at Eotech. I would like to start by thanking our government, all of our stakeholders, and you for your participation in today's webinar. We at Eotech are proud to be delivering one of the flagship solutions for the Ministry of Health and Prevention. We strongly believe in the power of collaborative efforts and the need for the public and private sector to work together to provide solutions that benefit our communities. This PPP model in the UAE has proven to be highly effective. We will be working hand in hand with all stakeholders to deliver this unique homegrown solution, which is in line with our vision to digitally empower smarter, healthier, and happier societies. Using the latest technologies, Tatmeen will have an immense impact on a national level and will empower people to have increased control over their health and safety, an objective we are all working towards. I would like to direct your attention for a demonstration of exactly how Tatmeen will revolutionize our health industry and leaving a lasting effect on the people who use it.
The United Arab Emirates is setting the pace for countries around the world to protect and promote the health of its citizens. Through a patient-centric approach and integrated care that exceeds the highest expectations, the country is helping redefine global standards. We at Eotech are contributing to this vision by facilitating the protection of public health and improving the security of healthcare available at all stages. Mohab is launching Tatmeen, a highly advanced pharmaceutical and medical product tracking solution which will be based on Eotech's Smart Track solution. it will be completely aligned with health regulations and international accreditation bodies. The pharmaceutical industry helps billions of people worldwide lead longer, healthier lives. And demand for pharmaceuticals is growing. More than $1 trillion was spent on medicine in 2018. It's critical for patients to be able to trust the medicines they use, for hospitals and pharmacies to be assured that supply chains will deliver authentic and safe pharmaceutical products, and for governments to be able to protect their people while supporting the healthcare sector. But as the pharmaceutical industry grows, its vulnerabilities become apparent. Costs and complexity are increasing, and demand for healthcare is rising as chronic disease becomes more common. Life-threatening counterfeit drugs are becoming ever more widespread, and shortages are becoming more difficult to monitor. Patients need their medicines to be authentic, available on time, and unexpired. The World Healthcare Organization estimates that 1 in 10 medicinal products sold worldwide is counterfeit, causing over 1 million deaths every year. Pharmaceutical wastage in just one developed country cost over $380 million last year. And when governments need to anticipate demand, track supply, and avert shortages, existing logistics solutions are ineffective at providing a clear picture. Tatmeen will safeguard the entire supply chain, from manufacturer to patient, from these vulnerabilities. When a manufacturer makes a product, they will affix a secure GS1 barcode to it. Once they receive the relevant import licenses from the Ministry of Health, they're ready to ship the product. Here onwards, the code acts as a mark of the product's authenticity and shipping conditions. Logistics providers can scan the medications to ensure the timely supply of correct products to the right customers. While supplies enter the country, customs officials can verify them with a simple scan. This gives them detailed information: the origin of the product, the validity of its permit, its shipping conditions, its expiry date, and its final destination. The warehouses that then stock these products have the same capability, ensuring that their inventory is safe for distribution. Nurses and doctors at every clinical provider now have the ability to scan their products to ensure that they're safe, unexpired, and authentic before they're used to treat patients. And just as importantly, Tatmeen also puts the power of verification into the hands of every customer. Using the Tatmeen app, patients can immediately scan the code and check the authenticity and safety of the medicine they buy. They now have access to the same trusted information as the supply chain that the medication has gone through. When the platform flags a product as unsafe for use, the app can tell patients how to return it to the pharmacy or government center and where else the product is in stock. And on a nationwide level, Tatmeen's data analytics layer aggregates the information and provides the ministry unprecedented visibility of any drug prescription anomalies. These anomalies would uncover infractions like overprescription, prioritization of branded drugs in return for favors, and personal monetary gains by health practitioners, or other irregularities like insurance fraud, overbilling, or ghost prescriptions, all while simultaneously linking to the unified medical record to link back these cases to doctors, patients, and medical facilities to facilitate investigations. Tatmeen, the advanced pharmaceutical tracking solution designed to put the safety of our families and communities at the forefront. With Tatmeen and the Ministry of Health and Prevention taking the initiative, the UAE will be the first country ever to implement this pharmaceutical safety solution in the region. Eotech is committed to producing actionable data and real-world results across the industry for a better healthcare ecosystem for all.
Thank you, Mr. Sultan Lewis, for highlighting the importance of public and private partnership and sharing the video explaining the platform at a higher level. At this time, let us hear from Mr. Ramy Habib, the CEO of GS1, a global technology company that is also our partner in the implementation of Tatmeen.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ramy Habib, and I'm the CEO of GS1 in the UAE. GS1 is a global standards body that provides supply chain standards to over 2 million companies in 150 countries across 25 sectors. Keeping up with the latest regulatory requirements in over 70 countries around the world, including the US, the EU, Saudi Arabia, and Bahrain, the UAE will require serialization on all conventional medicines supplied and sold and distributed in the UAE. As GS1, we cannot be prouder than being part of this strategic project. Our system of standards will enable the digital transformation of the pharma supply chain in the UAE via Tatmeen, which is one of the most advanced track and trace systems in the world. Our standards will make it possible to uniquely identify each product, shipper case, pallet, either through a GTIN or an SSCC. In addition to identifying products, our standards will also identify manufacturers, distributors, importers, pharmacies, and hospitals using a global location number. Serialization will require manufacturers to encode a GTIN, an expiry date, a batch number, and a unique serial number into a GS1 data matrix barcode. This barcode will be scanned at each single point in the supply chain until it's dispensed to the patient. GS1 UAE's branching platform will be the central repository for all master data. This platform will have vital information related to all products sold in the UAE, and this will include images and leaflets, which will power Tatmeen's mobile app. I really want to thank you for your time today, and I really look forward to working with all of you soon, and enjoy the rest of the webinar. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ramy Habib, for diving deep into how the technology standards will enable us to make this project successful. Finally, let's learn more about Tatmeen processes from the expert himself, Mr. Robert Jenkins, the head of the sterilization at Eotech.
Hi, good morning everyone. My name is Robert Jenkins. I'm the head of serialization for Eotech. And what I'm here to do today is really take you through the system, the program goals, how the system works, and how it interacts with the stakeholders in the supply chain. I'd like to take you firstly to the program goals. Really, it's to improve the visibility and security and safety and reliability of the pharmaceutical supply chain. The aim is to reduce counterfeits, also grey market, parallel imports, and substandard medicines. It's a tracking system to integrate into government and their digital platforms for DHA, MOH, and DOH to make sure that it's fully integrated and supplies the information needed. It gives government entities all the products, all the movements, and approvals and the supply levels in the system. It really provides actionable data in real time on all pharmaceutical movements coming into the country. And it has the ability to recall drugs at any point in time in minutes rather than normally taking days. It will also forecast and enable the strategic stock levels in the country to be able to ensure that they're always maintained in a safe manner. It will ensure that the UAE and its advanced technology adoption, which is strategic to the UAE, includes all the stakeholders in the supply chain, including patients, doctors, and clinicians. It will position the United Arab Emirates as a world leader in the pharmaceutical serialization and supply chain innovation. And it will meet GS1 global standards and the interoperability between governments if required. What I'd like now to do is take you through the Tatmeen system and explain how it interacts with all stakeholders in the supply chain. So the first step really is from the manufacturer. The manufacturer will require an import permit from the Ministry of Health. So they'll first apply for this, and the Ministry of Health will then approve that permit. At that point, they will apply the 2D matrix serialized barcode to the product. That will then be imported into the country, likely coming into the free zone in the first place, and then through Federal Customs. Federal Customs have full connectivity to the Tatmeen system. So all products coming into the country and imported into the country will be recognizable by Federal Customs. Once approved, it will move through to the medical stores, and these are approved by the MOH, and then move into the UAE supply chain. It's really important that we understand what those movements are. So on every movement, the data for that movement is reported to the central data hub. So as things move in and out of the users, we record all of that information. And then hospitals and pharmacies are able to check that the supply chain and the goods that they are getting are verified. At the end of the supply chain, the user or the patient will also be able to check the veracity of those medicines and ensure that they're both approved by the Ministry of Health, they're non-expired, and that they are safe to take. And it will tell them in a message that they are either safe to take or not. Then the Ministry of Health, DHA, DOH, and government inspectors will be able to tell and check at any point the supply chain and to ensure the integrity of the supply chain is being met. In terms of the Ministry of Interior, we'll be able to tell them on controlled drugs and opioid drugs exactly what's happening. The Ministry of Presidential Affairs and Ministry of Defence will also get all the information they need to for their clinical environments. What I'd like to do now is really take you through our mobile application. So from customs inspectors, government inspectors, patients and hospitals, everybody will be able to access the system with different levels of security. Customs inspections and government inspectors will have full access to the supply chain in order to check that if something is not correct when they scan the code, they're given the information in real time to the back end of the system. Hospitals and pharmacies will be able to check barcodes to ensure that the integrity of that product is correct and that they are not dispensing anything that should not be in their clinical environment. And at the end, the consumer and the patient will also be able to check that the product is approved by the Ministry of Health, it is safe to use, and if it's not approved, they will be given a message that says this is not approved, please return to your pharmacy or some other action which Tatmeen will direct them to do. So, timeline. We're currently in the project. So we've already started the project initiation. The design and development is done, but now we're really focusing down on blueprinting the Ministry of Health, the Department of Health Abu Dhabi, and Dubai Health Authority, and the other Emirates to make sure that we're covering all of the attributes of those. We will then go into testing and training, which will really be completed around the first year. While we're doing this, we're in continuous product development because there are unique issues within the UAE where we need to ensure we capture it. We'll then, around month 15, start onboarding distributors. And that's everybody in the supply chain. We'll then look at all clinical environments, clinics, hospitals and pharmacies to ensure everybody's connected. And there are various ways that we'll do this, so nobody will be left out of the system. We'll then carry out training for government inspectors to ensure that they understand how the system works, what the reports mean, and in real time how they can get information during inspections. And then around 24 months, we'll have a full national track and trace system, which will be able to verify the whole supply chain from the manufacturer to the patient, and we'll implement a full support system for you, which will enable you to ask questions or queries of Tatmeen to ensure that you're happy and can use the system as it should be. Thank you so much, and welcome to Tatmeen.
Thank you, Mr. Jenkins, for your extensive explanation about the platform. Ladies and gentlemen, as we close, I would like to thank all speakers for giving their valuable insight and support for this program, and appreciate all who attended this webinar. The Ministry of Health and Prevention Next Steps for Tatmeen program is issuing legislation and sterilization manual. For further information and updates, kindly visit Tatmeen website. We also have an FAQ section where you can write any additional inquiries. On a closing note, the success of this project is a collaboration between all stakeholders and all relative entities in the UAE. We are proud to be part of this project and optimistic that it would benefit all of us for our health and safety. Thank you very much for your attendance, and I wish you all a wonderful day.